Hello and welcome to Shooting the Breeze, the internet's most sensational show that features a person you've never heard of with amateur filming skills and non-existent film editing skills, roaming around the country interviewing other people you've also probably never heard of. But aren't ordinary people often the most extraordinary people? Yeah, go with the head nod. Today's episode, and the first episode ever, probably and likely the only episode ever, features myself traveling to the wild and wonderful Knoxville, Tennessee, and meeting with the Lost Sheep Ministry on the streets of Knoxville at 2 a.m. a Friday morning. They're running their Guardian Angels program, so check it out. I'm here with Lost Sheep Ministries. They're running their Guardian Angels program. It is 2:15 in the morning, Friday night in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm here specifically with...
I'm Paul Harris, and
Paul Harris.
This is Maxine Rains.
And Maxine Rains.
Maxine is the founder of Lost Sheep Ministries. 22 years ago, she started this ministry. She's now, can I tell your age? 76 years old. 76 years old. So if I can back up the math, since you were 54 years old, you've been running Guardian Angels Lost Sheep. Why'd you start it back at the spry young age of 54?
I was homeless years ago, and I'm just paying back, giving back.
Okay. So you were homeless, you were hungry, you hoped for something like this.
Years ago.
And so you're no longer homeless, you start running this, been going for 22 years. Was it just like this 22 years ago? Would you get hot dogs for the work, or has it changed over time?
No, it's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same?
We would feed them, but there was more to it than that. We'd send them to rehab for drugs and alcohol and clothe them.
I imagine a lot of people come here that need more than just like a late night snack.
That's right.
Still the same today? And you all still have the same outreach today?
Well, added a whole lot. We've got medical clinics, on wheels, and dental clinics, and we do a lot of things in this town. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of hurting people in this town.
Mm-hmm.
So it's come along. She started feeding sandwiches out of the trunk of her car, primarily to the homeless community. But there are here a lot of times runaway teens.
Yes. Runaways, throwaways.
The people coming out that are drunk and stuff, and we'll feed them and help sober them up. Mm-hmm. Try to sometimes put people in cabs and talk them into not driving. So
are you pretty prescriptive, or you kind of sit back and respond to what people need?
We respond, and our biggest thing is we just let people know that we love them, and by being out here, this is our first Friday out this season. Mm-hmm. And so, but by being out here after several weeks, people see you, but then they might get into trouble, maybe something goes on, they'll come here eventually and say, will you help me?
Yeah, people come that get a hot dog, a month earlier and come back to y'all?
They come back when they're in trouble.
Yeah, they'll be in trouble. They could be ODing. Yeah. We've seen people stabbed, shot.
FBI's given us an award for what we've done down here, and I tell you what, because people really get hurt. We have saved lives, and that's the truth.
Yeah, that's really the goal here, is to save lives. It may come in a lot of different ways. We can walk through the bars pretty freely if we want. She's walked in where there's been literally someone dying, and she's a nurse, been a nurse for many years, and saved people's lives. So when everybody else is otherwise oblivious to something that's going on and realize something's not right.
So you all are seeing the fruits of your labor out here?
Yeah, it's, like anything else.
And there's some heartache with it, I imagine, and some more troubling moments.
Yeah, you wish everyone was ready. Not everybody's ready. Personally, I've seen a guy out tonight who's homeless that I went to high school with. Mm-hmm. Their life can be different. And you just have to say, when you're ready, we're here. And that's why we come consistency. It's about being consistent. If you're here all the time, then in that moment when they're ready, they know where they can go. Yep.
It's amazing.
Well, here's what's even more amazing. I just put this together. You said you're from Washington, D.C.
That's right.
That's where this ministry was birthed.
No kidding.
Because even her husband and her own child did not know that she was homeless as a child. She had never shared with them. And she went to Washington, D.C. on a trip for another ministry and saw the homeless, and she wept and cried so hard her eyes bled. And she came home and knew she had to do something to help people. And that's how this all started, was from a trip to Washington, D.C.
Well, that's incredible. It's incredible full circle here.
1990.
In 1990.
Yep.
All right, well, as we wrap it up, if you guys want to plug your mission, your church, your cause, where people can find you one last time. Okay.
All our volunteers come from
Churches everywhere.
yeah, a main church would be Park West Church in
Yes.
Knoxville that
Yes.
really does a lot, helped to start the ministry with Maxine, but
Yes.
Lost Sheep Ministries, Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right. Well, God bless you. It was nice meeting you all.
Thanks.